What's up, guys? It's Mickey, and welcome back to another episode of Blank Canvas. How is my BK fam feeling? How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing amazing, swell, and if not, I hope this week gets better. And I hope this episode or just hearing my voice can make you not feel alone and bring you a little joy, or at least some smiles, right? Y'all do be smiling when y'all listen to me, huh? Y'all be laughing with me, or am I laughing alone? It's okay. I don't mind laughing alone. I think I'm pretty funny. So anyways, I don't want to keep you here for long. I want to jump into this week's episode. So let's go. What I want to talk about today is let him cook. That's the title of my message, y'all. Feel like a low-key preacher over here. Let him cook. And this could be a really deep and in-depth episode, but I'm trying to keep it short and to the point. When I say let him, is that the rain? Hey, rain. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but when I say let him cook, him, I'm talking about God. Okay? Him, he is the ultimate him. Okay? He is him, right? And another name he has so many names that I could go down a list of, but the most important one is he is I am. Because he is whatever we need in whatever season, whichever form we need, he is that. And then some. How lucky, how blessed, how honored are we to serve a God and a Father. Remember, we can't just look at him as God as if he's too scary and don't have access to him. He's God. Have reverence for him. Have respect for him, most doubt. Most doubt. What was that, guys? Not most doubt. That wasn't what I was trying to say. And then the other thing is you need to also look at him as Abba. Like, that's your father. Yes, you have respect for your father. But at the same time, like, if you have a good, loving father, you have access to him. You can chill out with him. You can talk to him. You can crack jokes with him. Look at him as a friend. He is a friend, right? He is a comforter. He is a provider. He is the Prince of Peace. He is so many things. When you think about building your relationship with God, not only do I want you to remember that he is him, but I want you to remember that he is accessible. I think a lot of times when I hear people talk about God, it's like as if he's so far away. And I know he can feel so far away, especially when we can't physically reach out our hands and touch him. When we can't pull up a seat next to him and look him directly in his eyes or give him a hug or anything. It can be hard. Sometimes we want that. And I completely understand. I've been there myself. But please don't forget who this man is. Please don't forget his love for us, his power, his grace, his mercies. Don't forget any of that. Because grace and mercies are fresh and new each day, and I pray none of us take that for granted. But even on top of him giving us second chances and stuff, or sparing us from the punishment we deserve, can we talk about that love? Can we talk about that love that he gives us? Because I have no words. It is all consuming. It is damn near can feel suffocating in a beautiful way. Like he loves us so much. Like, what do I even do? Where do I even go? Me? You find me worthy of that kind of love? Me? You find me worthy of that kind of support? Me? You find me worthy to live out any calling? I know all of our callings are different, but you trust me with it? You love me with all my flaws? You love me enough that you bless me with different people in my life? Like you love me enough and you trust me enough to take care of them, to love them back properly? You love me enough to bless me with a spouse? You love me enough to trust me with these children, to parent, to guide them? To teach them about you? What? Me? Little old me. You love me that much. You love me so much that you know I love to look at the moon, Lord. And so sometimes you'll put me right in the path where the moon is. And I have literally called people in real time, be like, go look. Or they'll say we're driving two cars and somebody just passes. They're like, I didn't see it. You didn't see it? You didn't see it? I saw it. Like God knows I love to look at the moon. Something simple as that. He let me see it. And I know some people are listening like, girl, you're crazy. Crazy in love is what I am. Crazy in love with the God who loves me in a way that I can't wrap my brain around. Crazy in love with the God who is an honor to serve. Crazy in love with the God who, even when I don't deserve his love, his grace, and his mercies, he gives it to me anyway. Crazy in love with the God that if I try my hardest to be more like him, not only will I be a better human being, but everybody around me will have a better version of me. Me trying to be like him, me trying to have his ways, me trying to have a heart like him, man, that blesses everybody, not just me. And God is so, man, he's so mind-blowing. He's like the gift that keeps on giving. Like, you ever get something, you're like, oh, okay, yay, I like this, but then there's a gift inside of a gift. Or you ever ordered something? Oh, I got a good example, y'all. Who shops at Winn-Dixie? And some of you up north or in other countries are probably like, Winn-Dixie? What in the southern? Yeah, Winn-Dixie, grocery store. Keep up. So they give you rewards for shopping with them. They give you discounts for shopping with them. And not just like, I mean, yeah, there are some where you got to spend a certain amount of money. But then there are also some, every time you go, it may take a little longer to build it up. But every time you go, you get some points. And then eventually you turn around, they take that money off. That is the gift that keeps on giving, okay? Because I went to the store. They had what I needed, unlike Walmart. And I kind of expect the prices I get in Winn-Dixie. Not the cheapest, not the most expensive, but I know what I'm expecting, unlike Walmart. So, thank you, Winn-Dixie, for being the gift that keeps on giving. Not sponsored by them, but hey, I'll take it. I will take it. And that's what God is like. He gives us something, or he sends us through trials and tribulations. And I'm not going to speak for y'all. I'm going to speak for myself. Sometimes when I'm going through my trials and tribulations, I'm a little bratty. All right. Like, God, hello, woe is me. Why me? I'm out here serving you. I'm out here loving you. I'm out here telling the people about you. Why me? Because it rains on the just and unjust, girl. And the question is, when I'm asking why me, the question is, why not you? Because Jesus was perfect and he suffered through it all. Jesus was perfect, yet he died a sinner's death. And I can go on and on and on. So I quickly fix my crown, lift my head, and get that bratty attitude out of me. Because there is no resemblance of royalty when I'm throwing a temper tantrum. There is no resemblance. And I don't just mean queen and like, okay, yeah, I am a queen. I'm a queen in a multitude of ways. But I mean like queen like kingdom. You know what I'm saying? Like, we are all royalty, but we don't act like it. Like, you don't need somebody else to call you a king or a queen. You already are. The kingdom that we serve, we already a part of royalty, boo. So let's walk like it. Let's act like it. Let the men and the women, let's lift our heads, let's fix our crowns, let's keep it going. Let's serve, let's do what we're supposed to do. Let's love each other better. But in order to do all these things that I'm talking about, what we gotta let that man do? Let him cook. Some practical examples of letting God cook. Let him change your heart. Stop fighting that man on it. Let him change your heart. You may look and be stubborn and be like, oh, no, I don't need it, or I don't want it. Then you're going to look back and you'll be like, dang, God, thank you. Let him remove people from your life that aren't supposed to be there. You may want to hold on with a tight grip. But guess what? You're killing yourself. All in the process, and other people around you. And God didn't put you here to suffer. Will you suffer? Yeah. But it ain't like he was just like, yeah, I just want to watch my people suffer every day. This is just what I'm signing up for. No. He protects us at all costs, but he also loved us enough to warn us that you will suffer regardless in some form. In some form. Even if it's not by him requesting you. Because when you get that request, like Job got that request. For those that don't know, Job was a good man. He ain't do nothing wrong. He was chilling. He was living out his life. Devil was roaming around being devilish. And he comes up to God for a check-in like, yo, God, what's up? God's like, not much, chilling, booling. What you doing? And devil's like, oh, I'm just, going back and forth, looking for some people to mess with. But, nothing new. And God goes, God, listen to what I said. God goes, Well, have you considered my servant Job? Look, don't be out here volunteering me. I love you, God, and I'm out here bragging on you, but don't be down here volunteering me. I know you trust me to be one of your toughest soldiers, but listen, take me off the list, okay? And don't be ever down here volunteering me. That's the type of time I would have been on. Yeah, that's the type of time. But see, Job didn't even know. But God knew Job's heart, and God knew Job's character and trusted him enough that if he took everything away, like the devil kept saying, he only serves you because of. And God was like, oh, really? Nah. Job really loves me. Job really rocks with me. And no matter what, he'll still serve me. So God let him do what he did. Job lost it all. And if you keep going in the story, you know that Job gets it back. But before he gets it back, there are a lot of people in Job's ear that try to make him question a lot of things. He has a spouse that is just as distraught and heartbroken, and she's dealing with her own grief, and she gives Job advice from a place of pain. That's why we have to be careful, because I'm sure his wife loved him and his wife was grieving as well. But the place she was coming from was not out of wisdom. It was from pain. So be mindful of the advice you get, which is something I always say, no matter who it's coming from. Where are they in their lives? How has the situation, have they been through anything similar? Is this their trauma talking? Or is this just wisdom, their love for you talking? Make sure that they checking in, and not just with themselves, because we are the blind leading the blind out here. Sometimes I give great advice, right? Actually, scratch that. A lot of times I give great advice. But y'all know why my advice be good? It's because I'm going to tell you this is how I think, but do what you want at your own risk. Always. But at the same time, I'm praying for y'all. Like, if people come to me about a problem, I can tell you in real time what my opinion is. But I'm going to go back and check in with God. And I'm going to do what? I'm going to let him cook. I'm going to let him do his thing. I'm going to let him align the right people that you need. I'm going to let him give me the verbiage that I need to say to you. Because I can say a lot. I can have an opinion on a lot. But my opinion isn't relevant. In a sense, even if you ask for it. Because it's not really my job to steer you down a path that you weren't supposed to go. Because again, is it coming from love? Is it coming from pain? Is it coming from trauma? And even if it is coming from love, it could still be wrong. So I'm always going to go back in and check with God, because I love you enough to really want you to make the right decision and to really go down the right path and to really be surrounded by the right people. If that's literally another way of me loving you, by going to God and checking in. What do they need to hear? Or what advice should I give? Or should I be speaking to them at all? Who can they receive it from? And sometimes that can be hard, because we could tell people the same thing over and over and over, but they hear it from somebody else and it's like, damn, it took them for you to get it. We've all been there, male and female. We've all been there. But the good thing is that they get it. So something that I've also added in my prayer is, am I even supposed to be speaking to the situation? And if I am, okay, what am I supposed to say, God? And if I'm not, then place the people that they will best receive it from. Take me out of it. Take the ego out of it. Because if I love them enough, as long as they are happy and as long as they are really learning, and I'm not trying to do it for like selfish reasons, like I have to have the credit for it. No. I mean, as long as you get it, as long as you're going on the right path, okay. I don't necessarily have to have the credit. And plus, in my head, I know anyways. Yeah, if we're just being honest, like, I know. But whenever the light bulb comes on, that's a saying I've heard before. Everybody's light bulb, my country coming out. Everybody's light bulb comes on at a different time. And sadly, some of them never come on. So as long as it's clicking, I'm okay. But in order to take the ego out of it, what I got to do? I got to let him cook. I got to let him cook. Let him bring the people in your life that you're supposed to have. Let him cook. Let him take you the long way. Sometimes we have some detours and we're like, what the? Right? Let him cook. Let that man cook. Because I promise you, the long way is better for you in the end. And when you finally reach the destination, you're going to get there. Not only are you going to get there, you may feel a little bruised, depending on the route he takes you. You may feel a little bruised, but I promise you, you'll be better than ever. You will have walked through the fire, and we won't even be able to tell unless you tell us. Like, that's how good he is. Let him cook. If y'all don't take away anything from this episode this week, is let him cook. Let him work in your life. Let him bless you. Let him guide you. Let him guide you. Let him mold your heart. Let him change you for the better. Most importantly, just let that man cook. You let God cook in your life, and you'll just be better off for it. I promise. I promise. So, I love you guys. I hope they give you a little motivation. The challenge for this week for my BK fam. The challenge for this week. I don't think I've given you guys one in a minute. Challenge. Let them cook. And then be intentional about taking note. Like I like to journal. I would recommend even writing it down. Like, he cooked this day. Like, just do it for 1 week. Do it for 1 week. Monday through Sunday. God cooked here. God cooked here. God cooked here. And not just in ways he blessed you financially or anything. Pay attention to the people he has in your life. Pay attention to your daily experiences. Pay attention to how you responded differently and better. Let him cook. Write it down. And then at the end of the week, reflect on how much he's cooked in your life. It'll help you be more grateful. It'll help you realize how close he is, especially for people who are suffering with him feeling far away. You'll realize he's much closer than you think. And he's too excited and too turned to be a part of every aspect of our life. So why not give him the honor and the pleasure? Because he is a gentleman. He won't force himself. And life is better with him anyways. 10 out of 10, 5 stars, highly recommend. So I love you guys. That's the challenge for this week. Can't wait to see what we're talking about next time. All right, guys. Bye.